ticker rise? Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky. Opening price sales, hey, let's seize the day. Volatility at play, make that cash okay. For 0830 we start reeling. 12 o'clock and that feeling. Indexes keep feeling, our profits keep on healing. Watch the ticker rise. Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky. Sharper daily grind, patterns we will find. Trading state of mind, in the market we're aligned. Power hours near, gaze becoming clear. Riding waves no fear, profits drawing near. Watch the ticker rise. Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky. Watch the ticker rise. Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky. Watch the ticker rise. Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky. Watch the ticker rise. Dreams in our eyes, our numbers never lie. In the NYAM sky.
Oh no, my mic was off. Ugh. Oh, what a morning, what a morning, what a morning. Okay, so let's go over again what I was saying. So, good morning, good morning. At 8:30 we have high impact news. At 10 o'clock a.m. we have medium impact news. So today, a new day, new chances at the market. And I wanted to start off with actually explaining that yesterday's stream we didn't have any trades. We closed the stream around 11 if I am correct. Like we closed it somewhere here. And I was like, okay, I have to start cooking dinner right now for my family, and I will see you tomorrow. Shortly after, I noticed that we had a market structure shift here, so high, low, higher high, lower low. I entered here on this fair value gap, and I got stopped out. We also then, from that moment on, our previous range with bearish order flow was from this side to that low. Now we had the range from this low to that high with a fair value gap over here. So we go to the 1 minute and we see that our we have a high here, a low. This high gets broken with a change of character, with this high being created here, fair value gap here, where we entered from. We went up immediately, then we came down pretty heavily. Um, our stop loss was placed in this case pretty perfect. It nearly hit it by, let's see, this low 190.75, 90.75, 8. Okay, so it was 3 handles short by taking our stop loss out. Anyway, we took this trade with one contract, and from the trade where we lost here, with being in minus 1500, we are now up on the Express account with plus 1500, as you can see. Then in the PM session, there were 2 trades as well. So as you can see, we had this high being formed, low, new high being formed here, then a low, then a new high being formed. Change of character created here with a fair value gap, which we retraced to. We broke the low, the previous low here. Then you would have had an entry here, 3.5 RR. You would have gotten a perfect trade here. And a little bit later on, you had the same retraced low, high. We broke here. Fair value gap that we see, this fair value gap, enter here. If this was not an entry that you wanted to, you could also have gone into the 15 seconds for an extra confirmation. Now, how would that have looked? Wait for a break of structure. So we have low, high. We break that low here with this candle. We enter here with 1 handle difference. You would have entered, and you would have had in your 3.5 RR. So those are the trades that happened yesterday. I took 2. I didn't take the PM trades right now. It's 8:30. News is being released, as you can see. Right now our range is from this high to that low. We are probably waiting for this high to be taken out and see what the response of that will be afterwards. Right now I have the feeling that we'll just spool upwards and then actually make a change of character to the downside to take out all this liquidity that's resting below here. That's the current idea that I have of the market. So we are still bearish. If it proves to be bullish afterwards, we will look for a actual bullish setup. So yeah, let's start analyzing the charts after what the news will bring us. So the 1 minute is going pretty crazy actually, as you can see. Nothing wrong with that it's being crazy, but yeah. Alright. We will remove this fair value gap and mitigation range. This line over here is midnight open. These are 2 alarms set of the range high and the range low for them to be broken. looks like we are going down right now and leaving equal highs, as you can see. Will be an interesting day. So why did I start streaming right now at 8:30 instead of 9:30 with equities open? I started now at 8:30 due to the high impact news being released right now. And there could be a potential trade here. But we will just simply wait very calmly. We'll just wait and see what the market will give us today. As usual, right? As usual. So just like yesterday, I'm not going to take any trades right now with equal highs being here and um, equal lows being here. Ideally, I would like to see this buy side liquidity being purged to see a change of character on the 50-minute and then go on lower time frames to confirm what's happening. Right now, I'm not sure yet, and we'll just have to wait. Maybe if we break this low, so right now on the 5 minutes, we actually have, let's see, we just broke this high with the news as a purge. And we have this low before news. And why is it like this? Well, that's very simple. So if we would draw from here, high, low, high, low, low, high, low, and we just continue up like this, where we break it here, high, low. Okay, so right now we actually have a change of character, as you can see, with this candle. If a fair value gap would form here, then we might actually see a trade to the downside based on that. But we would have to see if that happens. We would have to see if that happens, yes or no. So just to be clear, as of now, on the 15 minutes we have a bearish order flow still. On the 5 minutes we just arrived into bearish order flow as well. So we might take a trade over here. Maybe. If we are going to take a trade, we need a very clear analysis and confirmation of what we want to achieve. So right now, still nothing of interest. We do still have this 15-minute buy side liquidity pool and sell side liquidity pool as well. We will just have to be very patient. So if you are watching the stream, please give it a like. I know I'm a new streamer, so I still have to battle for the algorithm. Let's say it like that. Which, yeah. That's a like. I actually wonder if it's... Let's see if this is actually an actual like button. I think it's with white, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, no. Let's see. So, having there we go. Close. All right, that's much better. So let's place this thumbs up here. There we go. So give the stream a like, I would say. Oh. So right now there's not much to be seen as of yet. With this high, this low. So if we to make a market structure shift here, it would be, I don't know. We might have to wait for equities to open.
In the morning light, markets take a flight. NASDAQ
All right, are we back again? I hope we are back. We should be back. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? We should be back. Are we back? Yes, we are back. All right. I misclicked something. Not so smart. Not so smart. So right now on the 15 seconds we have a bullish order flow. And it will only turn bearish if we break this low. Do 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 do. So it is currently respecting this fair value gap at the 5 minutes. I am not trading that. for your intel. Not yet, at least. So if this is our range, then equilibrium is there. So we should remember that. Okay, so right now we broke that low. We are reacting from it, as you can see. I am not going to take the trade. I'm not even going to search for it. I am going to wait for my 15-minute setups. My original strategy. I could go further into this, but even if I'm right, it wouldn't be correct with how I obtained the funded account. So we just have to wait. We have to patiently wait. I wouldn't mind like analyzing the order flow, but it looks like a liquidity sweep and not actually a. Yeah, this looks this low being purged. It looks more like a liquidity sweep than an actual break of structure again. It did close a little bit below it. Low 73.25. Close. Okay, so the low of this candle and the close of this candle, they are the same. So it's more likely a sweep than an actual change, break of structure. Not much to be seen here. Still. Might actually be that like till equities open that we're not really doing anything. It might be like that. We do have these equal highs now obviously created. Uh, but yeah. So let's mark that out, those equal highs, like as buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. So buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity here. So let's have the charts like this. Then the stream sees that this is buy side liquidity and this is sell side liquidity. There we go. So if we would have taken a trade here, how would the trade have looked? Difficult to say, honestly. Probably something like this. Potentially. But I don't want to trade it. That's as you can see, I'm also not in a trade. There's no executions. As you can see, executions is turned on. I'm not in a trade right now. Right now we are just tape reading, pretty much. See what the market is doing. Currently in 5-minute bearish order flow, 30-second bearish order flow, and also a 15-minute bearish order flow. But I don't like to take this current short due to the fact that we have equal highs created here. We're going to be very selective with our trades, and this is not something I want to take. Let's see how a 15-second would have looked like. So this for potentially even this. The 15 seconds would actually have been stopped out. If you had your stop here, then it would be okay, but yeah. Just eh. Just eh. So ideally what I would like to see is for the 15 minutes to break this buy side liquidity, create a new high, and 15-minute market structure shift into a fair value gap and then go lower. That would be ideal for today. If it will happen, I don't know. We still have medium impact news at 4, so what I personally think is that at right now we will keep consolidating till 9:30. And then at 9:30 we will take the buy side and then make a reversal around 10 probably. And then with that reversal at 10 and that medium impact news, that will take out the sell side liquidity. That's my personal bet. But we will have to see. We will have to see. Do 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 do. So in the 5 minutes we are creating equal lows here, and we have these 15-minute buy side liquidity pool of equal highs over here. So it wouldn't surprise me if we take out the equal lows and then move up to the buy side liquidity pool. A lot of ifs, right? It can do this, it can do that. Only one way to figure out what it actually will do, and that's by waiting. So right now the 1 minute is turned bullish. Why? Low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So if it closes above this, then this is a change of character, market structure shift, also known as it. And then it might retrace into this fair value gap here. So let's mark that out. Let's mark that out. Let me check one thing, by the way. I've nearly finished my coffee. And maybe we'll grab another coffee very soon. Probably at 9:15 I will grab another coffee. Remember, our 5-minute order flow is right now bearish, our 15-minute order flow is bearish, our 1-minute order flow is bullish. Very important to understand that. Very interesting that I just noticed that my stream right now, it's like when you search for NASDAQ live trading, you don't see it. On like when you search for it, you don't see it. Maybe if you filter on live, you see it, but not even. So many guys that are live streaming. Insane. I will probably have to do a few things regarding my SEO. Probably have to do a few things regarding that. So actually, if you would go full SEO mode, and then would go like this. Let me, by the way, first do something else. So counter. That seems fair. That way we can do it like this. So there we go. So I have changed a few things right now to the live stream title, etc. And that should actually already help potentially with the SEO part, which is quite hilarious. So let's check that out actually. It should get picked up eventually. Oh well. Still waiting. Still waiting. Not much being done right now. There we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello, Stove. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, mate? I assume you are right now trading your combine, right? I assume. I actually wonder, Stove, like, oh, you're cooking right now. Oi, then communication will be hard, right? I was just about to ask you very interesting questions. Will be hard to answer those if you're cooking. No, but I actually wondered, Stove, like, so we had a little chat regarding your strategy, right? So you are trading at that 15-second time frame. You're going for a 1-to-1, if I'm correct, with the 200 bucks. What is actually your strategy? Like, between which times do you trade and what are you specifically looking for? Like, for example, for me, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute need to be in sync, in the same direction, and I enter from fair value gaps with confirmation on lower time frames, right? So I actually wonder, how does your strat in regards to that quick scalping strategy work? By the way, Stove, if you could hit the like button on the stream, that would be very much appreciated. I'm a new streamer, so every like is appreciated since I have to beg for likes right now to actually move the stream up. It's so pathetic me asking that. Simple internal range liquidity, external range liquidity, nothing fancy. So basically every 15 seconds unicorn that you see, so just every 15 seconds breaker block that gets created, you enter on that to the next internal range liquidity, to the first internal range liquidity. That's basically the strat. Is that correct? Not every. You have other confluences, but yeah, alright, sure. I heard that in the clear liquidity Discord group, Mehdi was starting to use the VWAP again. I think he wrote that yesterday or the day before yesterday, which I thought was pretty interesting. Like I see a lot of people trading with VWAP, but I don't know what to think of the VWAP. I've never used it. I literally have never even had the VWAP on my chart. Even when I just started out trading, I started with the RSI, with the oversold, overbought, and the MACD, but it's very interesting. By the way, you're cooking. Stove, weren't you Irish? You were Irish, right? Irish or UK, if I'm correct. At least that's something, for some reason I have that in my mind that you're Irish or from the UK. Ah, UK, alright. So, yeah, pre-wap's pretty good. Got to be in the right area. Got to bounce and lock in. No problem, mate. Thank you a lot, and we'll talk later. I really please keep me up to date regarding your combine, because for real, I hope you will pass it and that you will get funded ASAP, my friend. But for now, enjoy your day and enjoy your food since you were cooking. So bye bye, mate. Let me. I'm going to grab some grub coffee. There we go. Grabbing some coffee. Be right back. Very important coffee. Very important. There we are again. With some fresh ground up coffee. Nice cup of coffee. Delicious. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So again, right now, I already did a pretty extended analysis of what I'm looking for today. But if you missed anything, hello Maritz, hello, 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 hello. If you missed anything, I suggest you going back to the beginning of the stream where I go over yesterday's trades and what I'm looking for today. In short, for what I'm looking for today is that I think that during market open, so at 9:30, we will purge the buy side liquidity here on the 15 minutes, and that we are then looking for a market structure shift on the 15 minutes that eventually gives a fair value gap and a confirmation on the 5 minute and a 1 minute or 15 seconds for us to actually short in for the sell side liquidity. That's what I ideally want to see. If, again, like yesterday, a bullish example actually presents itself, the bullish example and the trade that I actually took off stream yesterday is explained early in the stream, so please just go back to it. It's literally in the beginning of the stream I explain it. There's a short section where my mic is muted, just scroll through that. But if a bullish opportunity presents itself and I'm still streaming, we will definitely take that trade together. Yesterday was the first day on the actual live account. We took 2 trades, 1 losing trade, 1 winning trade. You cannot see it, but my balance is here. We're currently up $1,500 on the account, which is pretty good. So we lost 1 trade, won 1 trade, and we're back in positive territories. Which is very nice. So we have all the time in the world. Just like yesterday, today again, I have this feeling like, for real, like trading itself, it's starting to become boring now. Like this week with passing my challenge, etc., the way how I passed the challenge was literally through recurring steps that I take. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I know that there's an edge. It's right now. It's starting to become boring. It is time draining though. Yeah, you've got to be a robot. Exactly. That's how I definitely feel at the moment. Like now, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm watching the candles. Yeah, they are definitely telling a story, but it's not yet the story, the chapter where I want to be in. So I'm just waiting, waiting, waiting. Hey, something interesting happens. Okay, again, waiting, waiting, waiting. Ah, there it is. Okay, now let's see what the next minute will do. Okay, waiting, waiting, waiting. Wicks do the damage, candles tell the story. Yeah. So, Maurits, did you already like the stream? For real, I feel so pathetic when I ask people to like the stream. It's so sad. Uh, it's like when you just start out, it's like, okay, I am sharing, but I would appreciate just that little like button, that little dopamine hit, like seeing that like. That I'm not just talking towards myself. And yeah, having to go to the loony bin eventually. By the way, if I am correct, and I don't know if you noticed this yesterday as well, I lowered the delay in stream. So right now the delay only should be a max of 2 to 3 seconds, if I'm correct. Everything should feel more smooth. Perhaps the quality is a little higher. And as I said, the delay, the interaction with you should feel almost direct if you give a comment, basically. Let me check. So I said let me check when you said let me check. Like 5 seconds? Okay. Like 5 seconds, 4/5. To be honest, that's okay. 4 or 5 seconds, that's doable, I think, to have a nice conversation, for example. Yeah. 4 to 5 seconds, I can live with that. By the way, Maurits, I will not go in detail to the trade that I took yesterday off stream. But the two trades that I took, one was here with this change of character in this fair value gap. I lost that one, as you can see. Then I saw that we actually broke a 50-minute swing high. So we broke this swing high to that low, to that swing high. We left a small fair value gap, we retraced into it. Then we broke a 1 minute high, and I ended on this fair value gap to then take a 3.5 R. So that was the trade of the two trades off stream yesterday. Earlier this stream, I also explained the two trades in the PM session. But the two trades in the PM session, I didn't take those two because, well, I had to spend some time with the girlfriend as well. If I did take those trades, I would have gotten around 7 to 9k profit yesterday. But would have, could have, should have. I don't care. New day, new chances. We will see what today's session will bring us. Yeah. The two trades in the PM session would have been a winner. So I will show you them very quickly. So again, if you know my strategy, I look for a 15-minute for the order flow in the 15-minute. Then search for a value gap and then on confirmation on the lower time frames. So the swing that was presented here, we reached in the fair value gap here, broke structure here, 1 minute entry, 3.5, went to target. Same here, new swing, 15-minute entry in the fair value gap, broke here, 1 minute entry here, and this is a 15-second example. If you didn't like that 1 minute entry on the second one, you could have waited here. So we had low, high, and this is a 1 minute fair value gap that we are in here. We broke that low, then you would have entered here on this candle. This down close candle here. So the high of that is 79, and the high of this candle is 78.75. So you could have gotten a 15-second entry here as well. Yeah, 15 seconds, Maurits. Actually, a lot of my entries from my challenge, etc., were in the 15 seconds lately. Like, I search for 15-minute order flow, confirmation on the 5, and if I'm not sure yet, if I'm totally sure, I will take a 1-minute entry if the risk parameters are okay. So if the stop doesn't have to be too large. If the stop is too large, I will go to the 15 seconds and look for a confirmation there on the 1 minute for value gap. And yes, that is indeed very fast. But if you look at the streams from earlier this week, all the trades that I've taken on stream, they were 15 seconds, if I'm correct. I think that they were all 15 seconds. The winning ones, at least. Gotta backtest it on the 15 seconds on FX replay after the holiday. I mean, to be honest, 15 seconds is the same as every other time frame. You just have to be sure, though, what is happening on the higher time frames in regards to looking for entries on the 15 seconds. So I only go to that 15 seconds or to that 1 minute when I know that my 15 minute and 5 minutes are already aligned to a certain direction. If they are not aligned, I'm not even looking at those charts because it's too much noise. If there is no alignment between 3 to 4 time frames for me, I don't even enter. I don't even look at setups. Like, screw that. Perhaps there is a setup, but not for me. But yeah. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So equities open in 6 minutes right now. It will start to become interesting around that time. So originally I am looking for shorts today, but we will have to see what the market will bring us. We'll have to see what the market will bring us. Do, 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 do. Sure, you're AFK for 5 minutes, no problem. I mean, the market will open in 5 minutes. So at this moment, I'm just going to enjoy my cup of coffee, and also enjoy those 5 minutes of rests that you are going to the toilet probably. Yeah, hey. Mind reading, mind reading. Down, 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 down. I really miss background music, for real. I really do. It's a shame that I had to turn off background music. Like, I had background music on earlier. Like, on my first stream, I had background music on. But that stream got deleted due to the fact that, well, there was a lot of copyright in the music. So fair enough that they blocked it, but it's a shame, because I'm okay with pauses. Like silence, I'm okay with that. But when you're streaming and you have people watching, even if it's one person, just that background music can give that chill vibe that you want. And yeah. Do, 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 do. I'm very curious to what the price will give today. Should be interesting, at least. Because it's Friday, so we might expect a reversal, but we might continue higher. Lower, I mean. Like, we have created a daily fair value gap here, so we could go up to there and mitigate the previous range. But I personally am looking for this daily liquidity pool to be taken. There are just so many ifs that I have to look at what today will bring. Like if we will go up, we will probably go into the daily fair value gap. If we go down, we'll probably go into the daily liquidity pool. In short. So yeah. So equities open in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Hmm. I really have to do something in regards to my SEO, I think. It's pretty bad right now. Oh well. You're back! He's back! Just in time for equities open. So for equities open, what I think will happen is that we will purge these sell sides liquidity pool on the 5 minute and then go for buy side. That's what I think will happen. So we now purge that 5 minute liquidity pool. Great minds think alike. Going down heavy right now. Yeah, we really have to wait for what the price will give us. But again, there's nothing wrong with being patient, you know. If you just remain patient and follow your strategy, you will eventually see your setup and go and yeah, get it. So 9:30 opening. Was we broke this, left this 15 second for value gap, reached into it, broke structure again. If a fair value gap gets filled to 50%, then it is rebalanced. Oh, it's not rebalanced. A rebalance is actually when it completely fills. Ideally, when I enter, I would like to see the fair value gap only be reached in the first quarter. So if you would separate it into 4 quarters, I would ideally only see the first quarter be hit, maybe the second, and then let it shoot off. Ideally. But I don't mind it wiggling around in the fair value gap. If it's really bearish or bullish, then it will touch it once and then go away. So that's it. So if it's very bullish or very bearish, then it will just touch and move away. If it's just like a medium day, impact news day, and price is like, oh, we have time, we're not in a rush, then you will see that it will probably hover around a little bit more in that fair value gap. Probably taking out the feely lows. So for example, it hits in it, goes up, hits again below that one low, and then eventually when it does it a few times, it would just shoot up. I don't like those situations, by the way. Those situations really get me anxious. For real. It's like, oh, why are you not going up? You are hovering so long in this area. Like I had on my final trade from the Combine account, my final trade had that. Like it was hovering for such a long time in that fair value gap on my entry. And I was like, dude, just go up or take me out. One of the two. But don't let me leave here and be here in agony like this. It was, oh. Like the adrenaline and the caffeine from all the coffee that I drank was in my body. It was like racing and I was like, oh my god, come on. And it's actually, eventually it left and then I wanted to trail my stop loss. Um, and I was like, you can go back to the stream. It's like the title of that stream is like 1 win, $7,500 in one trade. It's like the day before yesterday. It was that stream, and around 6 minutes in, I wanted to trail my stop loss, and I put it down, and I was like, "You heard me say out loud, wait, Jelle, this is not your strategy. Don't trail it." So I put it back immediately. I on break even though. And it's good that I did that because it was not my strategy to trail it like that. I had to wait for it to trail even further. And if I actually had trailed it, I would have been stopped out. I would still have passed the challenge, but I would have been stopped out. Um, for example, on the daily on NQ, there's a fair value gap filled for 2/3. Um, which fair value gap do you mean? By the way, I don't mind right now looking at the daily because there's still nothing going on the 15 and the 5 minutes for me. Like, I'm only interested if we are going above here or below this. So, wait, what? How is it filled fully for you? Well, Maurits, are you looking on this futures NASDAQ for CME? Because this is the futures chart from CME. If you go on NASDAQ or S&P from a broker, then they can have arbitrage. You're on Topstep X. Topstep X is also on CME, gets the data from CME. So it should be the same. Are you trading micros by any chance? Not NASDAQ, the normal NASDAQ, but the micros? If you're trading the micros, there could be a small difference as well. Let me check. M&Q. It's fully failed on micros as well, so I'm not sure on what chart from Topstep X differs. Would be weird. Uh, do you have electronic trading hours or regular trading hours activated? That also could be a difference. You sent on Discord. Let me check. NQ20. Are you looking at the cash? I think you're looking at the cash one. So if you open it like this, you have the quarterly contracts, which I'm trading. I'm trading the September contract. But if you are looking at this one, oh no, this one is filled as well. The hell? I have no idea why. Yours is not completely filled. I have no idea why. For real, I have no idea why. It's weird. That's weird. That is weird. I mean, you could actually, like, if you really want to know what the difference is, you could ask Topstep itself. Like, hey, I noticed that your chart is differing from the one on the CME group. But it's weird though. It should, if it's from literally trading futures from the CME group, it should be the same. Because that's why we trade futures, right? It's called the gentleman market for a reason, because there's no arbitrage between brokers. There's just one centralized group. Yeah, but usually I do analysis on the TV, just wasn't looking at Topstock for a second. Ah, I see. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Right now we are just doing some wiggling within a range. It's like, alright, sure. But it doesn't mean anything. So on the 5 minutes, we are now from that high to that low in a range, which is bearish. On the 1 minute, from this high to that low. So I mean, it looks a little bit like price tries to go below midnight opening price. And if it goes below midnight opening price, I'm unsure if it will use it like to go up to the buy side. Because that's normally how I trade, but eh. Oops, something went wrong. Yeah, price is literally just moving within a range right now. If you are trading this right now, then you are trading within internal range liquidity, basically. Because the 15-minute range is still from this high to that low, and it's in bearish order flow. 5-minute is in bearish order flow as well, 1-minute as well, but we have equal highs here. I know that earlier this week and last week we created a similar situation in which we did this as well. And that we actually did go to the downside. And I know that it is allowed to do this due to FOMC and NFP being here next week. So I wouldn't be surprised if, let's go to the 15-minute for this on this one for a second. So the hell, NQ, give me my September contract. There we go. So I wouldn't be surprised if like for FOMC and NFP that we will reach into this area here. But that's next week. That will be next week. Gotta get some stuff at the supermarket with my alerts and well. Sure, hey mate, go to the supermarket, get yourself some fruits, some drinks. I will be here for the whole AM session basically, or till we get a trade. So yeah, if you still want to watch when I'm back, you're most welcome to come, and you're most welcome to have a chat. And be careful, mate. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is boring. For real. Yesterday was just a day like this. Market was just. So if you look at yesterday we had this range from this high to that low, and we were like, for such a long time, we were just ranging within it, and I was like, oh man, come on. And it didn't do anything here really, and then it went up, and I was like, oh. Eventually I did get a trade, one losing and one winning though, so we're up on the express account with $1,500. But days like this, you just have to be patient. You just have to be patient. That's all you can do. I wonder if other traders like Tanya Trades, etc., already have found the trade, yes or no. So, since we are bearish, let's just in case mark this 15 minutes for value gaps. Just in case. Let's see how they react when they enter there. Because I would be up for a trade if he would retrace into those fair value gaps, I guess. But the trade has to be so clear. So yeah. So the earliest trade I would even right now place, I guess, would even form earliest at 10:30. So that's 40 minutes still to be created. Unless this candle decides to go into this fair value gap right now. But I doubt that it would do that. Looks like we're now going below midnight opening price. This could actually be, right now that we are going below midnight opening price, could be a catalyst for going to the buy side liquidity, the equal highs that we have here. So it's a very risk on situation we are having here. So we have like news at 10 a.m., right? We are trading within a 15-minute range, so from this high to that low, and there's a shit ton of liquidity to the downside. There are equal lows to the upside. And right now we are trading around midnight opening price. Literally, the price could go bullish and bearish. It's right now it's literally a coin flip. So yes, I did mark these for value gaps on the 15 minute, but they don't mean anything to me yet. Hey Tommy mate. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you, mate. Tommy, did you already like the stream? Oh. I thought Maurits and a few other guys as well. Like I feel so pathetic asking for that like on the stream. It's like, oh, it's so stupid. You just did it. You're amazing, man. You're amazing. Are you also trading today, Tommy, or not? You shorted the 4-hour high. Oh damn. So you waited for at the 8:30 like a turtle soup and took this buy side. I actually interesting thing, you just tuned in, right? If you go back on the stream, I was actually like tape reading this, but I didn't want to enter due to the fact that we had buy side liquidity here. So I was like, I don't want to do that, even though that the order flow is bearish, but it didn't feel right. I burned my fingers too many times shorting things like that. Part of the game, exactly. Part of the game. Are you, by the way, now trading on Topstep X, or are you still using Ninja Trader or Trade of It like me? Like, they say that Topstep X has a lot lower commissions. Okay, so you're trading on Topstep X. Do you really notice any difference, by the way? Like, why do you like it, or why don't you, or why do you dislike it? I really would like to know. Because, so if you look at my goal list, so I achieved the first goal, which is becoming funded, right? The second goal is getting a payout, and the third goal is getting free combine accounts, like free funded accounts. So I'm looking to see if the next accounts that I'm gonna buy, if they should be Topstep X or yeah. Okay, you like it more due to copy trading. But if I'm correct, you can also copy trade through Trade of Eight, right? If I was correct, I read that you can do it through Trade of Eight. You cannot do it if you have the Ninja Trader variant. That's a bit weird though. But with Trade of Eight, you could copy trade. I know that. You won't be able to copy trade on Trade of Eight. You sure? Mm, I will send you a link because I think it. Yeah, you have to do it through the. You have to create a group through the Trade of Eight platform. That's true. Hold on, let me. Thomas. So I sent you a link on. This is what I saw like earlier this week. So how it worked. So the trading view trader will nonetheless send the trades through Trade of Eight, right? And if I'm correct with this, if you send a trade to the group will take the trade. Yeah, oh, 100% correct, man. Annoying part is that I cannot really migrate this account to Topstep X if I'm correct. Like if you bought a Tradeovate account, you have to keep using it. Maybe if the account gets turned into a live account, then maybe it can be moved to Topstep X. I'm not sure. I would have to ask the support for that. By the way, if you shorted these highs, did you already take profit? Because you would have gotten around, you would at least have gotten 100 handles already if you shorted those highs, right? So that's pretty sick. Oh, you took profit long time ago. Okay. Oh, all right, all right, all right. Do you still have a runner on, or did you like fully close the position? News in 3 minutes. Oh. Copy trading 5 accounts. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, even if you would make like $500 on each account, you would have like 2,500 profit. So that's pretty okay. That's pretty okay. That's even better than okay, let's be fair. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's the same idea that I'm trying to do, right? But instead of 50k accounts, like you know, I'm trying to do it with 150k accounts. But first I have to, so currently this account has a net profit of 1500 right now. You cannot see it because my webcam is in front of it. Um, right now I'm trying to get a cushion to 10k on this account. And from the 10k I will then start potentially withdrawing. It automatically increases risk without actually increasing the risk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to read that twice, but I get what you mean. Like if you lose one account of those 5 accounts, you lose all the accounts. But because the accounts are smaller size, you aren't actually risking that much. Uh, you're still free to be adopted. Hero. By the way, are you now are you back in the Netherlands already? Because I know that you were on holiday, right? At the same time that I was. So, nice man. Did you enjoy your holiday? And okay, if you enjoyed your holiday, yes or no, it doesn't matter. I really wonder, what's the if I ask you about your uh, holiday, what is the first thing that comes to mind and why? I really wonder is the first thing that comes to mind and why that's left an imprint in your memory. Mountain tick, mountain lake, random two chicks out of nowhere. Okay. This just turned into a very interesting conversation, I guess. If it is profanity, then try to work around it because think it's not allowed to have profanity on lives, etc. on YouTube. So, okay, so right now we are in the 15-minute fair value gap. We might be looking for a short anyway anytime soon if we have a good confirmation. If we don't have good confirmation, then we will not take a short. So if we are already going above this 5-minute high, then I will not be looking for shorts um, until our order flow in the 5 minute is bearish again. Wait, so you were an hour into a walk on the mountains and you saw two chicks walking bare feet, just out of nowhere, walking bare feet through the mountains and forest. That's actually quite nice. Walking bare feet is, when you get used to it, it is so nice because like the ground, it massages your feet a little bit, your feet a little bit. In the beginning, it hurts like hell because we are used to shoes, but like it's actually very nice for your foot, for your feet. It sounds strange, even though that you're chatting and I'm talking through the microphone. It's nice talking to you again, mate. Sincerely. For some reason, it feels like a very long time ago, even though that I know that we sent each other some WhatsApps. Me mostly, but I always like our chats and hearing regarding your days, etc. Always nice. So interesting thing to note is that what I mentioned like 15 minutes or half an hour ago, that when we went, if we went under midnight opening price, that we could actually catapult up to take buy side liquidity. It went under opening price and it did a 1 minute market structure shift to the upside. So right now I'm still like, the direction is not clear enough to me yet. Which is a little annoying, to be honest. It's like watching patiently at the charts, seeing those candlesticks being painted one by one. If we break this low, by the way, then I'm looking for shorts, because then our order flow is still bearish. We reacted from a 15-minute fair value gap, so that means that we don't want to go for that buy side liquidity yet, and probably will go for the sell side liquidity here. Let me take away those alarms, those alerts. Beg your pardon for that cough. Okay, we might be looking at an entry soon if we actually continue to go lower, which in honesty is all right by me. And if that trade wins, if it loses, I don't mind. I don't care, because right now we are actually in conditions for me to trade in. It's still risky conditions because we have buy side liquidity on the 15-minute, but there's also like sell side liquidity, and we are respecting 15 minutes bearish order flow here. So let's see how that actually goes. Right now, if we break this low, like the range will be from this high to whatever the low is that will be created. This range is too large for me to take a trade in. So I will be trading from the 15 seconds, since that will give me a little bit more room. Since the order flow is different here. Like um, high broken, low broken, low broken. So this is the current bearish order flow on the 15 seconds. So that's probably where I will trade from. If we don't create an internal high somewhere here. For example, if we would create a high right now here and then break it, then I potentially will stay at the 1 minute, depending on the risk parameters. I think I still have time to quickly go to the toilet, so be right back. I will have a small toilet break. One of the bigger advantages of having a toilet next to your room. Alright, so we broke structure here. I'm not sure if I want to enter this yet. Because this is like, we didn't completely close below it. I would like to see an actual close below. That would be nice. So now we did close below it, but we're not yet taking a trade because I'm looking for more confirmation. If we now go above this high, then a lot of traders have been trapped here. There we go. We would have been stopped out. Good that we stayed patient. Good that we stayed patient. So right now the 1 minute is again in bullish order flow. Look at these 15-minute candles here. It's like these wicks. It's like just tapping in there, tapping under that midnight opening price. Ay, ay, ay. Look, we're still, no joke, we are still in this 15-minute range. It's insane. It's literally insane. But we're still working within this range right now. Very difficult trade conditions these are. Like, actually, they are not difficult at all. You shouldn't trade in these conditions at all. That's actually the best. In my opinion, at least. In my opinion. I don't want to trade in these conditions, basically. So I'll wait till my conditions get better. This, on the 30 seconds, this could have been a nice buy, but again, on the 5 minutes, bearish order flow, 15-minute bearish order flow. I'm not going to get into that wiggle room. Like, I am not going to get trapped. Screw that. Again, I burned my fingers too many times like this, trying to trade conditions like this, and you shouldn't. The only good condition that there will be right now would be if we go below this low, for example. Because then still we have like a 50-minute bearish order flow, we have a 5-minute bearish order flow, we have a 1-minute bearish order flow, then we could do something. And then we would, for example, have reacted from this 1-minute fair value gap, which was created with an actual break of structure and a change of character. So yeah. But all good. All good. Just chillaxing, waiting for price to actually show his hand to us. Because the 1 minute is now not aligned with the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes, so we're not doing anything. We're just chilling. Don't even try to trade this right now. At least I'm not going to try to trade this. If you are going to go ahead, that's up to you. If it works for you. By the way, always remember, disclaimer in the bottom, like there, this disclaimer here. Trading brings huge risks with it, so You could lose all your capital, so don't be a degenerate. Don't trade at all, I would say. That's always the best, right? So we are right now, as you can see on the 15 minutes, we have created like relatively equal lows here. And we also have these relatively equal lows. So we have relatively equal lows and relatively equal highs on both sides. You tell me where the market will go. I don't know. And I think that the most mature thing to do right now is to just not trade at all. I mean, you could like very micro-ish scalp this if you would like to, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Capital preservation, this is. Know your strategy, know what to and what not to trade, and that's capital preservation. Like, to be fair, if we break this low, I am interested in sales because 15-minute is bearish, 5-minute is bearish, but I am still going to look for several confirmations due to the fact that we have buy side liquidity and we have sell side liquidity still resting on the 15-minute. We're again going below that midnight opening price right now. Look, also what price could be doing right now, if we are bearish, this was actually good because we went under midnight opening price first, and then we actually took some liquidity, went down, when we went a little bit above it as well, grabbed some more liquidity here. And if we would break down right now, then we could be looking for an actual continuation to the downside. At least for the sell side liquidity on the 15-minute, which is here. So the 5 minutes right now. So the 15-minute order flow is from that high, do you guys see this? You don't see this. Okay, so the 15-minute order flow is from this high to that low. Which is bearish, right? We are respecting bearish order flow here, we see. The 5-minute right now is bearish as well. The 1-minute, however, is currently bullish. So what do? Nothing. We are looking for a confirmation on the 1-minute right now to see are we actually going to sell side liquidity, yes or no. And as of now, I don't have my confirmation for that. I don't. So now we have relatively equal highs there. Not going to trade that. And if you noticed something right now in my language, I am explaining a lot of things of what I am not going to trade. Instead of, like, the interesting thing is, if you have a bias or a strategy, it's very easy to talk yourself into a trade, or like make the candlesticks actually like build, like talk yourself into like they are building your strategy with price action like this. It's very easy to do that, but I am actually saying the opposite right now. I am speaking out loud that I'm not going to trade this for the reasons that we're trading within a 15-minute range still. We're trading literally in a 15-minute range from yesterday. We still haven't taken yesterday's afternoon high and low. Those are still open. This is just a bunch of consolidations. This is just consolidation, nothing more. So we're just chilling, doing nothing, waiting for price to show us its hand. So if we take this high, and we would fill in this 1 minute fair value gap, and we would then break to the downside by breaking this low, then I might be again inclined to look for a sell. Because we took buy side liquidity to then go for sell side liquidity. And ideally, I still want to see this 15-minute buy side liquidity be taken to then go for sell side liquidity. That is what I ideally want to see. But I don't know if we will get that. Like, this week, price action has been difficult. That's just the truth. It will only get more difficult next week with a minefield laid out in front of us, with FOMC, NFP. Like, if we look at this is the agenda for next week. Monday, not much, but Tuesday, two high impacts. Wednesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high impact news. Thursday, 2 high impacts. Friday, 3 high impact news. Like, this is a freaking minefield. Like, there's a lot of opportunity in it, but you have to be so careful with your capital while trading that. Only look for the ultimate confirmation trades without doing stupid things. So right now we are again getting into that 15-minute fair value gap here. If we are seeing a market structure shift happening right now to the downside, that would be a strong indication that we are turning bearish. If we break above this high, that means that the order flow of the 5-minute turned bullish. Hence, we are not going to take a trade because the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute are not in sync. They have to be in sync to actually do some scalping trades. It's very easy. Like, if you have rules when not to trade and when to trade, I mean, you just have to follow them, and trading becomes extremely boring, but that gives you your edge, right? That gives you your edge. And you should only trade with your edge. So again, once we break this high, we will not trade. We will have to wait for the 5-minute and 15-minute to be back in sync, and then we will look for confirmation on the 1-minute. Hey, it's easy, ain't it? So 5-minute is no longer in sync with the 15-minute. Hence, we're waiting. It's that easy. It is that easy. So if we now would like to trade, we have to break this low. This 5-minute low here, we have to break it. Otherwise, we're not gonna trade. And for your information, once again, on the 15-minute, we are trading within the range of yesterday's PM session. Still, this is the high, this is the low, that's the range of the PM session of yesterday. If you take trades now, you are just gambling on what internal liquidity is doing. Like you have a lot of internal ranges here, but screw that. I ain't trading that. That's literally throwing away your money or gambling like flipping a coin. Let me put my chart a little bit to the left so that it will not get in the way of the text that's there. So again, we have 3 time frames that we're looking at, the 15, the 5, and the 1 minute. They are not in sync, so you're not trading. We are currently working in a range of yesterday's PM session. We're not gonna trade that. Screw that. Throwing away your money, I'm not coin flipping. I am not coin flipping this. Oh, we can actually do that. That's interesting. So, select color. If I do white. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually better. There we go. So, there we go. So right now we are in our other 15-minute fair value gap. If the 5-minute now will get in sync again, then we are able to take a trade. Otherwise, we're not trading at all. It's boring, but honestly, once it becomes boring, it becomes easier. That's the whole idea, right? That's the whole idea. Look, now I am in a situation where I would say, oh, price, it looks like it's actually displacing towards a certain area. Like if this now continues, I would be very happy to take sales. And well, I would not be happy. I would be happy to look into sales. According to my strategy, not trading advice. It's not trading advice, not at all. I'm not inducing you to take any trades whatsoever. I'm just streaming this to share my journey within trading. So Don't copy my trades, don't do that. But according to my strategy, once we break that low, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute are in sync. So I would be happy to take, at least to look into trades by that moment. It is, by the way, literally search and destroy at this moment. Everyone that took trades within this noise, like, they got taken out. Like, if you went long here, right now you're probably getting taken out. If you went short here, you got taken out. Oh, man. It's hilarious. All right. If price decides to break below that low with this kind of volatility, what are we then going to do? We are looking for confirmation. We are starting to be interested in sells, but we are only interested and we are looking for a potential setup. We don't get hasty. We don't get fear of missing out. We wait. We simply wait. It's that easy. Because there's only one place and time to take trades, and that's literally when the stars align. Simple as that. Or in this case, when the time frames align. Ta-da! I mean, for real, this whole live stream has been basically a lecture on when not to trade so far. Oh, I actually find that pretty funny. I find that pretty funny. Like, yeah, there's no more news. I mean, we have that G2O meeting. That's all day, but all right. So a new 5-minute candle just started, just got created. If this candle goes below here, we wait for it to close. We want it to close. We are not going to take a trade before it closes. All right. We wait how it closes. We see if there's a fair value gap. We draw that fair value gap. Then we wait till the 1-minute time frame reaches back into that fair value gap, and then we are looking for sells. Otherwise, we don't trade. It's very easy. Again, this live stream has been 2 hours right now already. What has been covered? My trades of yesterday, the trades that I took, the one loss, the one win, and the 2 trades in the PM session that I wasn't able to take, but they would have been profitable. Next to that, I've literally been explaining how not to trade and why not to trade this. Like, it has literally been a whole lecture basically on don't trade this kind of price action because it's not doing anything yet. Like, the time frames aren't aligned to do anything. And again, I keep repeating myself. We are still trading within the range of the yesterday's PM session. We're still trading in the range of yesterday's PM session. We didn't take the buy side, we didn't take the sell side, we didn't do anything of that. If we would trade today, we trade off the internal range 50-minute fair value gaps with double confirmation on the 5-minute and 1-minute, so that we see, price is actually showing us we want to go there or there. Just playing the patient game. So the 5-minute is bullish. The 1-minute currently is bullish as well, because low, high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So we're currently bullish here. If we break here, then we were bearish on the 1-minute. A lot of waiting game right now. There is literally no reason for me to trade. No reason. As of yet. And I am not going to bash other traders, but in the meantime, I have been watching a few other live streams of traders that actually took trades and lost already. They got caught within this something that's going on, something I don't like. So yeah. How's the 15 seconds looking? 15 seconds is showing a nice entry here to go to the downside. So it will go below this candle. Now the question is, will we close below it? That's a very important question right now. And if we close below it, then we have to look on how it closes below. Like, is there a fair value gap to enter from on the 5-minute of the 1-minute? And can we find the confirmation on the 30 or 15 seconds or 1-minute? But again, it didn't do anything right now. It didn't do anything. Just consolidating. It's literally doing nothing. It is inducing people to go long or short, and it's taking them all out. It's literally taking them all out. And it's hilarious to watch. Not hilarious, it's taking a lot of brain power, but everyone that's going in right here, they are more than likely just fear of missing out because they see these huge candles. But if you then zoom out, you see we are trading within a range and we have equal highs for buy side and we have relatively equal lows. don't become liquidity or don't become internal range liquidity. And yes, if I would sell when we go below this, I will be internal range liquidity. I will be. But I would be okay with that if I followed my strat to the T. I know that there are high risk environments right now. So we wait. So we wait. I actually wonder if Topstep is doing a fire drill anytime soon. I know that I did a lot of free resets lately, but I cannot do anything with a free reset right now because right now I'm funded. So it would be nice if they have an extra discount code, because then I will just buy that one. So right now I'm not at all interested in buys. I'm only interested in shorts once we break below this 5-minute low. And when I say I'm interested in shorts, I mean we are going to look for a double confirmation on the 1 minute and the 15 seconds at that moment. And that's it. Like now again, the 1 minute order flow turned bullish. The 5-minute order flow is still bullish. There is literally no trade to be taken here. We are still within that range of yesterday's PM session. There's nothing to trade there. Price is just accumulating orders and orders, taking out this internal range liquidity. No joke, a lot of traders are getting demolished today. I'm 100% certain of this. People should just be patient. So again, I like the way that this candle is showing bearishness. This is a pretty big candle. And it's a big candle that is reacting from this 5-minute fair value gap as well. So if we would displace now, I might be interested in a sell if we close below here. Might. And again, I will then look, is there a 1-minute fair value gap that I can take a 15-second entry on? Right now, there are so many uncertainties in the market that I have to look for a lot of confirmations before I can enter. It's, by the way, also interesting to see how we are wiggling like above, below, above, below, above, below the midnight opening price. Okay, so on the 1 minute, price turned bearish. Good. I like that. But we still have to close below this 5-minute here. We are reaching for it, so we might be able to start looking for a trade. All right. So price is going nowhere. It reacted from this 15-minute fair value gap there. Right now we are looking for potential displacements. Right now this just looks like a liquidity sweep again. We didn't close below it. It's if only. If only. So this is that 1 minute fair value gap, right? 1 minute fair value gap, as you can see. Let's see what the 15 seconds tells us. So 15 seconds, we are currently bullish on the 15 seconds. So low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high being created. So 15 seconds is bullish. If we right now displace from this 1 minute fair value gap, then I would have a trade. And if I win or lose in that trade, I don't care. Because it is according to my strategy. I've waited already a very long time because my strategy wasn't giving any opportunities. If we go above this candle, no trade. Simple, no trade. Why? Because above this candle, on the 1 minute, we become bullish again. So we're not trading that. 5 minute is from this high to that low. All right, let's see. Right now, this 1 minute fair value gap seems to be respected. Let's see what he potentially can do here. Okay. 15 seconds still bullish. They're not crossing anything. Okay, so we're still bullish here. If we close below this, then we are bearish. Why is it alerting? The hell? All right. All right. Now we are actually, if it closes below like this, we are interested in trade. Free. There we go. So we are tagged in. If we lose this, all okay. I followed my strategy. I'm okay with that. And we lose it. That's totally fine. And we stop. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with that trade. I'm okay with that trade. I am okay with that trade. It sucks, of course, but it was still a good trade according to my strategy. So that's fine. So right now we see price still gets respected. Apparently it still looks bearish. It still looks bearish. We might be able to get another trade in. Maybe not. I don't know. We didn't close below here. So no trade as of yet. Equal highs here, by the way. 1 minute is accumulating. A little bit, it seems. Let me zoom out here. So again, we followed the strategy, which is totally fine. This is currently bearish. We didn't close below it, which is a bit annoying, honestly, but so be it. Alright, so we're bullish. Okay, so as you see, we wicked even higher right now. So that we got stopped out is fair. Like, no hard feelings at all. We got stopped out, so be it. Hmm. So we purged this buy side here, just by a little. So this current range is from this low to that high, 5 minutes from that high to that low. It's accumulating heavily in here now. I'm talking a little bit less because I'm really focusing right now on what we're doing. So I now also wonder what this 1 minute candle is doing. It looks like it purged all these highs, right? So we purged those highs, which is interesting. We are right now in that 1050 to 1110 macro, as ICT calls it. Okay, we had another tap right here in the 5-minute fair value gap. We didn't yet reach above that 1-minute order flow yet. If we go above here, then I have to say sorry, we will have to wait again for the 1-minute to turn bearish. It is what it is. Okay, there we go. We go back to the 1-minute. We remove this. Go back to the 1-minute. Which means I can have a pee break. So we're back. Ah, wonderful. All right. So 5 minutes for value gap. Again, this price action, it's gnarly, man. For real. Like, again, I did take a trade one. We lost it. It's okay that we lost it. Because we followed our strategy. So, great. Nothing wrong with that. Oh. What did we do? Oh, did I move the midnight opening price? I did. Right. So now midnight opening price is okay again. Yeah. I want to check something. So if when I took this trades, yeah, we closed above. Yeah, we actually were fully. I see. Right. Interesting. Just noticed something, but internal dialogue. By the way, I have to adjust my win and losses. We lost $807 with that one trade. That's totally okay. Hmm. Seems we are no longer respecting this 5-minute fair value gap. Right now we are returning to that 15-minute fair value gap. We're still respecting it. We touched that upper fair value gap and we're still respecting this one. So that is still decent. So if we make a market structure shift on the 1 minute, I might be inclined to take another trade. This was still a pretty decent trade actually. I like the trade idea that I had there. Do 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 do. Ay ay ay. Hmm. Do 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 do. Okay, so I see that there are currently 3 people watching. For your idea, this whole live stream pretty much has been a lecture on why not to trade, when not to trade, and when to trade. There is only one trade that we have taken so far, and that was because it fitted our criteria, and it was just taken here. Um, it's okay that it took me out. I also explained like I am totally fine if the trade takes us out or if it hits TP. It was fitted our criteria to take the trade, so I was happy with it. Right now, I am pretty much waiting. In the whole live stream, I explained that we're still trading within a range of yesterday's PM session. Well, that doesn't. That's not very nice to trade within that session because we have equal highs, we have equal lows, making it very hard to currently direct bias. And it's just waiting patiently for price to show its hand, in which I am still currently bearish. I wanted to see bearish price action today. But yeah. Also have to be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired right now. Because I've been watching price action already since like 8:30. And I've been explaining a lot constantly, so yeah. That gets you tired. Da, 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 da. All right. So we're still kind of respecting that 15-minute fair value gap there, which is pretty nice. Like it's look how this is respecting. It's even though that we are working within the last PM's session, these 15-minute fair value gaps keep being respected, it feels like. What is ES doing actually? So ES did actually take buy side liquidity already. ES took buy side liquidity. Very interesting. So we have a divergence there. Sorry for that. Let's look a little bit more on ES. So order flow of ES. High, low. Yikes. That's nasty. Went above it. There. So ES is currently bullish on the 15 minutes. And the Q is still bearish. What is DXI doing? DXY. Went up, went down, went up. So DXY is still bullish. So sells on NASDAQ are suitable. But there's no fair value gap. Yikes. Even on the 15 seconds, there's no fair value gap. Nope, nothing. Nothing. High, low. High, low, high, low. Nope, nothing. It's interesting that we have to be this patient. It's oh yeah yeah. All right. I like that. Now, let's see if we create a fair value gap, yes or no. 15 seconds, there are several fair value gaps, obviously. I'm not ready to take them yet. It would be nice if we close with a downside candle here. Alright. Okay, if we lose or win this trade, I will be done for the day. I will not be trading anymore. So we are tagged in. Win or lose, we are done after this. So when I looked at it just now, 15 seconds seemed bearish. I'm quickly going to grab some water. Alright, I'm back. By the way, if doesn't matter what happens with this trade, I will not be trading anything anymore unless we go above this range or below this range for today. That really depends solemnly on that. If we lose or win this trade, if we lose this trade, then I will be forced to only trade one contract on all future trades to have capital preservation. Let's see, what's the 15-second doing? So the 15 seconds is currently bullish. If we break below this low, then we are bearish again. Let's see, what is DXY doing? DXY is currently a little bearish on the lower time frames. Okay, so 15-second turned bearish again, currently. Let's say if it can follow through. Can it follow through? That is the question. It is creating relatively equal lows. Let's move this 5 minutes for value gap over a little bit to have a little bit more context on what's happening. So the 15-second is now bullish here again. We have this for value gap where it could rebalance into, but we could also go for this external range liquidity there now. The 1 minute we have a new range this high to that low with a fair value gap here. This is another 1 minute fair value gap here. Ideally, this 15-second chart will break below this low. If we are bearish. Alright. 15-second is bullish again. We have to break this low to become bearish. Yeah, it looks like it wants to go for the stop right now. Yep. Not out yet. And there we get taken. Oh, only one contract got taken off. Interesting. Not both contracts are taken off. Alright then. Yeah, guys, it doesn't really matter what happens here. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I'll talk to you guys on next week's Tuesday, which will have some news as well. So thank you for your time. Until next time. And preserve your capital, don't do stupid shit. Bye bye.
In the morning light, markets take their flight. NASDAQ moving's tight, only 30 feels so right. Liquidity's the key, trading wild and free. Make your bets and see where the money gonna be. Watch the ticker rise, dreams in our eyes. Our numbers never lie, in the NYA sky. Liquidity's the key, trading wild and free. Make your bets and see where the money gonna be. Watch the ticker rise, dreams in our eyes. Our numbers never lie, in the NYA sky. Opening price says, hey, let's seize the day. Volatility at play, make that cash okay.